Right. Now we have to move to the first session of today. That is the first session of today of cellular mobile communication is foliage losses. Here the term shows what is meant by foliage losses. The losses due to trees. The losses due to trees is called as the foliage losses. Now we have to move to the main part. Right. Right. Here the foliage loss nothing but depends upon tree and depends upon tree structures. Right. But this foliage losses can varied from area to area. Nothing but it's also yes. In urban area, the number of trees are very less because here human structures are more in urban areas. Other than foliage losses are less. Then we have to go for rural area. Number of trees is more, and we have to go for thick forest. Total trees, that is depend upon geographical area. The foliage loss can be changed, and this foliage loss can depends upon the size of leaves, that is each leaf in a tree, and branches, that is branch in a tree, and trunk and density, and that is density, that is thickness, and distribution of leaves, branches and trunks, and height of the trees, and mainly the height of the trees, that is the foliage loss depends upon the size of leaves and the size of branches, the size of trunks, and density and distribution of leaves, branches and trunks, and height of the trees. These are the parameters you have to consider in a tree to calculate foliage loss. Foliage loss. Right. See this in this figure. See this one. The number of trees is adjacent one by one. Here we have to measure what is the size of the branch size, what is the size of the trunk size, and height of the trees, and thickness of the leaves and distribution of leaves, and what is the size of the leaf. We have to consider for calculate the foliage loss. Just see this below figure, right? What is the density? What is the density? That is distribution of leaves, trunks, or branches. The first one is the distribution of leaves, trunks, and branches. Automatically, here see this one at the side of the tree. At the side of the tree, that is the distribution is less. At the center compared to center, that is at the center, we are getting thickness of the distribution of the leaves and the trunks. That is trunk. At the straight, then automatically at the center we are getting more. Similarly, for distribution of spacing between adjacent trunks, that is distribution. Adjacent trees also we are getting high at center. Right. Here we are getting some problems at the time of calculation of foliage losses. Right. Here we have to consider for any system design. Suppose we have to design, we have to install one base station in a thick forest. At that time, we have to estimate exact what is the foliage losses. Otherwise, it is a problem. Especially some trees is there, especially in that is snow falling areas. That is maple trees is there, oak, right? Maple, oak, pine, different types of trees is there, especially for snow falling areas. In that snow falling area, especially in winter season, suppose I have to take pine tree. Fine. Suppose I have to consider in Jammu Kashmir, the pine trees are more. In winter season, there is no leaves. There is no leaves, nothing, but there is no problem. But when the leaves is present at the top of the pine tree, a sharp needle is there at the top of the pine tree, very sharply going tree. At that time we are getting loss. That is the diffraction loss we are getting. Diffraction loss, right? Yet, however, we have to estimate the foliage losses, especially in tropic zones. We have to consider the size of the trees also. The size of the trees also. Suppose sometimes the other we have to consider the foliage loss is nothing but wireline loss. Wireline loss. Here, what is the wireline loss? Wireline loss. Suppose we have to take one copper wire, which have insulation. We are giving some input signal to that one. After some distance, the signal is moves. After some distance, we have to collect that signal. We are getting some signal is lost. We are giving input signal is 10 volts peak to peak to that wire. We are getting output is 8 volts peak to peak. Nothing but how much loss? The loss is 2 volts peak to peak. Nothing but attenuation. At that time, the foliage loss is nothing but a wireline loss. Just compare. Here, the foliage loss can be the units of this foliage loss in terms of decibels per foot or decibels per meter. We have to use for the units for foliage losses. That is, the units of foliage losses are decibels per foot or decibels per meter. Right. Path length is long and foliage not uniform. Right? So we have to go for thick forest. In this thick forest, some area having height of some thick forest, the height of the trees very low. Based upon this, it is a non-uniform. Foliage loss is non-uniform for long path, not for short path. For a long path, we have to go for a 10,000 kilometers thick forest. That is Amazon besides the Amazon River. Automatically, the foliage loss is non-uniform. It depends upon the size of the tree, right, and the distribution of the leaves, trunks, branches, and distribution of leaves, trunks, and branches. Right. This is about foliage loss. Nothing but the foliage loss is nothing but the loss coming from trees. The area for foliage loss is wireline loss, and the units to measure this foliage loss is in terms of decibels per foot or decibels per meter. Right. This is about a small topic, the first session, that is foliage loss. Right. Thank you for this first session. Is there any doubts? Please text your query in chat box. In a chat box. Right. Here now we have to move to the second session of the today's class. That is propagation over water or flat open area. Propagation over water or flat open area. Right. This is the main concept at the time of designing a cellular system. Right. Here, propagation over a water or flat open is an important one to reduce interference. Find, is there any drawbacks? Is there any losses coming due to propagation over water or flat open area? At that time, we have to calculate some loss. Based upon the loss, we can change the design, and automatically we have to rectify the interference. Once the interference known, automatically we have to check what are the causes we have to occur, and automatically we can change the direction of the antennas and change the heights of the antennas like that. Right. Before going to the propagation over water, first we have to take the basic concepts. Here we have to consider relative permittivity, nothing but epsilon r. Epsilon r. Now we have to consider two types of water. That is, first one is fresh water, and second one is sea water. The fresh water and sea water. Here the relative permittivity epsilon R for both freshwater and seawater are same, but the relative conductivity epsilon C is different. The epsilon C is the conductivity of seawater, which is equal to 8 minus, and the conductivity is for freshwater is EC, which is equal to 80 minus J 0.021. 0.021. Right. This is about general water. That is what is meant by fresh water, what is meant by sea water, what about relative permittivity, what about relative conductivity. Now I have to go for just consider general things. Now we have discussed general things. What is meant by reflection coefficient? What is meant by reflection coefficient? Reflection coefficient is depends upon what? Depends upon the surface area first. And when signal can be reflected from object, how much signal is reflected back? That is where to calculate reflection coefficient. I think this topic is coming in optical communication as well as in microwave engineering. I think in the topic of reflex. I think the sources topic in microwave sources topic we are coming reflection coefficient in detail. Right. Here, the reflection coefficient with a small angle, both reflection coefficient for horizontally polarized waves and vertically polarized waves approach, which is equal to 1. Whenever the incident angle is small, you have to check the incident angle whenever the signal is transmitted from one medium to another medium. You can reflect small incident angle, nothing but we have to assume that reflection coefficient should be 1. Suppose when the incident angle is more, nothing but automatically the reflected signal phase can be changed by using 180 degrees. At that time, the reflection coefficient which is equal to -1. For this one, what is the reflection coefficient? When which is equal to 1 and when which is equal to -1. When the reflection coefficient which is equal to 1, the reflection coefficient which is equal to 1, nothing but depends on small incident angle. And when the reflection coefficient which is equal to -1, when the incident angle is more, and automatically the signal can be changed 180 degree phase change due to reflection. At that time, the reflection coefficient should be -1. See this figure? The general, I am discussing about general term. Here a model for propagation over water. See this one, this is the base station we have to fix. This is a sea or whatever, one lake or whatever it may be. After this one again land is there, land. Right, here we have to consider direct wave from base station to mobile station. The second wave nothing but first reflected wave through ground. This is ground. Next third wave coming from reflected from water. Here how many waves we have to consider? 3 waves, direct wave, 1 direct wave, 2 reflected waves. The first reflected wave from ground, the second reflected wave from water. We will discuss again later this figure. Before going to that one, first we have to consider. Suppose there is no water is there. There is no water. This one, there is no water in between there. But this is a hill station. This is another hill one. Here some valley point. We have to assume that one valley point. This is one valley point. But a fixed station. Now we have to consider there is no mobile station. We have to fix 2 antennas. Two different locations. Right? Here the height of the base station of first one is H1. The height of the base station 2 is H2. The height of the hill is H1, capital H1, first hill. Second hill is H2. Now to consider 2 waves. One is direct path, line of sight path. See this one from this antenna to this antenna directly. Second one is ground reflected. From this figure now, we have to thread the equation. Here the point, yesterday we discussed about the general equation to calculate the phase diff. The same thing. The same form using the final equation. The point-to-point transmission between fixed over the water flat open land can be estimated as follows. Whatever it may be, either water or land propagation. We have to consider general equation. What is the general equation? Yesterday we were calculating that. The same equation now we are using now. PR, which is equal to PT into 1 by 4 pi d by lambda whole square modulus of 1 plus AV. 1 plus AV e power minus j phi v and exponential of j delta phi whole square. Here what is the PR? PR is nothing but transmitted power and PD is nothing but P is nothing but transmitted power. PR is nothing but received power. D is nothing but distance between two stations and lambda is the wavelength of a signal. What is AV? Yesterday we discussed about only AV, that is reflection coefficient. Here now I have to assume that AV is nothing but amplitude reflection coefficient and phi v now we have to consider phi v nothing but phase reflection coefficient. Yesterday we are using only the term AV, but today we have to consider phi v, that is phase reflection coefficient also. Why you have to consider now phase coefficient here? Here due to we have to consider one C area, the moving of water in the ups and downs, in the waves, ups and downs. Due to ups and downs of the wave, whenever the signal is reflects from waves, automatically phase can be changed. Then I have to consider phase coefficient. Right. We know that delta phi equal to yesterday beta into delta d, which is equal to delta d. What is delta d? The difference between d1 and d2, two parts. Right. Then now have to go for move to generate that equation. AV equal to e power minus j phi v. What is AV? Is the amplitude coefficient, deflection coefficient, which is equal to -1. Yesterday we discussed. When the theta is very small, the amplitude coefficient, which should be equal to -1. Then AV e power minus j phi, we just simplify. I think you know this formula is in your EMTL. How to solve this, which is equal to root of epsilon c theta minus epsilon c minus cos square theta 1. You know how to change this e power minus j you know formula how to here, and denominator part is EC sin theta 1 minus cos square theta 1 root. Right. Here we have to consider AV equal to -1. Yesterday we discussed how we can get AV equal to -1 and phi v equal to 0. Suppose there is no phase change. At that time we have to assume that there is no phase change. At that time phi v equal to 0. Then after conclusion, finally we are getting PR, which is equal to PT into 1 by 4 pi d by lambda whole square modulus of here. Whenever phi v equal to 0, then automatically this one total e power minus 0, which is equal to 1. Then automatically we are getting modulus of 1 plus AV to x joule is j delta phi. This term can be removed. Then automatically we are getting same equation. Which one is yesterday we are getting? Then automatically we are getting PR, which is equal to PT divided by 4 pi d by lambda whole square modulus of 1 minus cos delta phi minus j sin delta phi. It simplifies this. Just we have to assume that the total term PT by 4 pi d by lambda square, which is equal to P naught. Just we have to assume this total term we have to replace a P naught. Multiply with 2 minus 2 cos delta phi. Simplify this one. Yesterday we discussed. Now we are getting P naught into 2 minus 2 cos delta phi. 2 cos delta phi. From this figure, H1 dash, which is equal to H1 plus H1. See H1 in this figure, there is no representation. H1 dash, which is equal to H1 plus H1. H2 dash, which is equal to small h2 plus capital H2. H2. Right. To simplify delta D, right. The differentiation between direct path and reflected path. The first one we have to consider root of h1 dash plus h2 dash whole square plus d square minus root of h1 dash minus h2 dash whole square plus d square. Whenever d is greater than h1 dash h2 dash, finally we're going to simplify. Get 2h dash h2 dash by d. Then delta phi which is equal to 4 pi h1 dash h2 dash by lambda d. Lambda, that is a delta phi. That is a phase difference between direct path and reflected paths. Yesterday we are getting delta phi which is equal to 4 pi h1 h2 by lambda d, but we are getting 4 pi h1 dash h2 dash divided by lambda d. Only h can be h can be replaced by h1 dash and h2 dash. That is, now we have to consider the height of the hills. In yesterday there is no hill point. You have to consider heights. That's why that is the formula can be changed. Here, see this equation. PR which is equal to P naught into 2 minus 2 cos delta phi. Based on this equation, consider some conditions. Whenever PR is less than P naught, it is the equation PR which is equal to P naught into 2 minus 2 cos delta phi. Suppose the first condition PR is considered P naught. Nothing but transmitted power is more and received power less. Nothing but attention will get. At that time, 2 minus 2 cos delta phi is automatically less than 1. That delta phi equal to pi by 3. Next, the received power which is equal to 0. Nothing but we are transmitted signal, but the signal is not received by receiving antenna. At that time, there is no receiving. Then automatically are equal to 0. Then substitute in this equation 2 minus 2 cos delta phi which is equal to 0. Then delta phi which is equal to pi by 2. Next one is PR equal to P naught. Then what is which should be equal to 1. Then 2 minus 2 cos delta phi which is equal to 1. Then delta phi which is equal to plus or minus pi by 3. Next, PR is greater than P naught. Is it possible? The received power is more than the transmitted power. Is possible by applying the amplifiers in receivers. At that time, 2 minus 2 cos delta phi is greater than 1. Then automatically the pi delta phi is depends up between the pi by 3 to 5 pi by 3. Right. Next, PR equal to 4 P naught. That is maximum. Transmitted power is maximum. At that time, finally we are getting delta phi is equal to 5. Phi is the maximum value. These are the some conditions. These are the some conditions. In the from these conditions, I am doing I think 2 or 3 questions in your assignment. Fine. I am asking 2 or 3 questions in assignment. Move to now. Till now discuss the own. Now I have to answer water and what are the equations we are getting. Here land to mobile transmission over water. Over water, we have to consider three waves. One is direct wave, the second one is reflected wave, the third one wave also reflected wave. One direct wave, 2 reflected waves. The first reflected wave from ground, the second reflected wave from water. Here based on this, now we have to generate the equation. This one general equation. PR which is equal to PT by 4 pi d by lambda square. This is a fixed one. Modulus of 1 plus AV. 1 plus AV into e power j delta phi 1 plus e power j delta phi 2. Why you are taking 2 exponential j delta phi 1 and exponential j delta phi 2? In previous figure, delta phi 1 is nothing but the phase difference between direct wave and first reflected wave. Second phase differences between direct wave and second reflected wave. That's why I have to consider 2 exponential j delta phi 1. Right. See this from this equation. That's why we had AV equal to -1. Then automatically we are getting this equation 1 minus e power j delta phi 1 minus e power j delta phi 2. Here now we have to simplify this equation. Substitute the e power j delta phi 1 which is equal to cos plus substitute. Finally we are getting this equation. Suppose to get approximation, cos delta phi 1 and cos delta phi 2, which is equal to 1, and sin delta phi 1 is equal to delta phi 1, sin delta phi equal to 5. To simplify the equation, finally we are getting PR, which is equal to PT by 4 pi d by lambda multiply with 1 plus delta 1 plus delta phi 2 whole square. Suppose delta phi 1 delta phi 2 is less than 1, then automatically PR, which is equal to PT by 4 pi d by lambda square. This is about equation for propagation over water. Right. Thank you for second session also. This is about propagation over water or land. Is there any query? Please type your query in a chat box.